really hate when I fall in love with a show and it's only here for a season or two. I really hate that. But hey, it is what it is, child. We gotta enjoy them while we can. We don't get that good TV like back in the gap, right? Those good TV shows, those good cartoons. We don't get that anymore. It's like here and there, here and there. And that's why a lot of times I'll be all over the place. Netflix, Hulu, Prime, Paramount, uh Max, Star. Sometimes I'll be just roaming the TV, just looking, 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 looking. And I just can't find anything I want to watch. But let me tell y'all, don't ever say I did not get, y'all know I recommend TV shows every now and again. Don't never say I didn't recommend anything good for you. Okay. At least not this month. There's a show. Ooh, Seven. Seven might not be in here. Seven. I got to give credit where credit is due. Seven. I saw her comment in Olivia's chat, I think this morning. And Seven had recommended On Call on Prime, on Amazon Prime. And when I saw it, I was working and watching Olivia at the same time. And I was also looking for something to watch while I was working. And so Seven, she had said On Call. And Olivia was like, okay, On Call. And Seven said, it's really good. It's a really good show. And so I was like, okay, let me look it up. I looked it up and it was like a TV. It's like one of those crime drama shows. It's like, it's okay. The main character, he's a guy and he's a rookie. So he's fresh out of the police academy or whatever. He's still on the job training. And his trainer is this white lady who's a little bit older than him. And she lost someone really, really close to her on the police department or on the, on their force. And she's trying to keep him from losing his life the same way somebody else she had trained in the past. Hey, Seven, did you hear me? Your girl just gave you credit for On Call. Because I'm telling you, Seven, when you referred that this morning to Olivia's, I was working. I had started working at 7 this morning, and I was looking for something to watch while I was working. And so you had mentioned On Call in her chat, and I was like, okay, let me check that out. And I went to it. Girl, why I binge watched that whole thing while I was working? But I was like, damn, the episodes was only like 30 minutes. And I think it was 8 episodes. So it didn't take me too long, but I was so mad because it was over. I was like, I binge watched the whole series, girl. Yes, I did while I was working. And it was so good. It was so good. I was like, oh my God. I can't wait to see. It just started. So I'm like, season 2 probably be a whole nother year from now. But yeah, I'm going to have to watch that again. But I'm going to have to go through that again. But that was really good. So I'm going to recommend that show that Seven recommended in Olivia's chat this morning. It's called On Call. And it's 8 episodes. They're like 30 minutes each. So the episodes aren't too long. And it's based in Long Beach, California. LBC is based in Cali. And it's really, really good. And it deals with crime, gangs, police, drugs, just, different things like that. It's really good. It's really good. It's a TV crime drama series, something like that. But yeah, it was really good. You said you're coming up? Yes. I was like, oh my God. I could not believe. And see, I know I have a friend who when she finds a good TV show, she literally will not watch any of them until the end of the season. And I'm like, how do you do that? How can you wait? Hey, Seven.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, girl. Like, how do
So
people wait to watch a whole season at the end? I cannot do that.
no, but surprisingly, like a lot of those shows, like okay, so that was really good. Another thing that I really enjoyed on Prime was um Cruel Intentions, but it's like a new cast, new season.
Oh, I
So
remember that.
no, Cruel Intentions was pretty good.
Mhm.
That's about it. Okay, so you have Netflix, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Did you watch Rebel Ridge?
Oh God, why does it sound familiar? Let me look it
No,
up.
you
Rebel
no,
Ridge.
because if you watched it, you would have been like, yeah, girls. Okay, so look, the first thing you need to watch when you get a chance is Rebel Ridge. It's not a series, it's a movie. But when I tell you, okay, this story is actually really good. What this centers around is something called civil asset forfeiture. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I really do think I watched that show, but sometimes I watch too many shows and I forget it. But the guy in it, he got some really light eyes, right?
Yes.
Okay, yep, I
That's
watched
the
it.
one all the girls is going crazy over right now. So
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, no, that was really good. And then today I watched Back in Action with Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx. That was
Oh
pretty
my
good too.
God, that was so good. But you know what?
Yeah.
It was kind of weird because I was like, this is the movie he got sick on. You
Oh,
know?
was it?
Yes, that was the movie
No,
they
I
were
thought he
filming.
went. Okay, because I thought he went to a party and then something happened and then he got
No, he was
sick.
on set. He was on set when he got sick. Yep, they were in the middle of filming a movie. Yep.
Oh, that's crazy. So this was a while ago.
And I didn't even know that they had finished it or anything. So when it came out, I was like, yes, because I love Jamie.
I love me some Jamie too. Like, to be honest with you, he is like the most effortlessly funny person in Hollywood.
True. I
like
absolutely agree.
his talent is unmatched. Like he's like one of the greats as far as I'm concerned.
And that's for his acting, his being a comedian, and his singing. It's like
Yeah.
that's
No,
yeah.
like you've excelled, like you've mastered all three of those. Like you really are a triple threat. Like some people, like take Beyonce for example. I think she can sing. I think she can put on a great performance, but she ain't no actress. Okay.
Oh no.
When I
Mm-mm.
tell you that heifer got paid $2 million to say all of four lines in Mufasa,
Really?
that heifer
I didn't
said
know
four
that.
lines. She had in the beginning, she was like, I'm here, Simba. I'm here. And then at the end, she was talking to Nala. She was like, I'm here, baby. I'm here. That's all she said throughout the whole movie. Got paid
$2
$2
million.
million. Okay. I said, I'm in the wrong goddamn business.
No, her voice ain't even up. Come on now, they couldn't find nobody else to do it for cheaper.
Bruh, she not even an actress. I was mad when they made her Nala the first time around because I was like, this is so annoying. But whoever played Nala in the original, they should have had somebody like that. You know what I mean? They brought B. I'm like, oh my God, she's not an actress. We'll go and see her do anything else, just not act. Like,
Yeah, she can
what?
definitely put on a show, and I have yet to even go to a show. And no shade, but I like Beyonce, but I never like some of these people just like her, like they idol her. I've never had that ever
Right.
since they broke up from the group. I just didn't have much interest in her after that.
Well,
You
I
know,
feel the same way. It's like I can appreciate her because she is literally one of the hardest working women in show business.
right.
That's a fact. But no, I don't idolize her either. And the pandemonium and the fanatics, like I just don't understand it. But it's not for me to understand. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's not for me either. I mean, I never had her CD, and I had all of the CDs when they was together, all of them. But after that, I was like, child.
But I feel like Beyonce knows these things about herself. She's very self-aware. She knows that she has to put on a great performance because if you actually sat and tried to listen to a Beyonce album, you would be bored out of your mind. You need the visuals. That's why they're always like, "Where's the visual album?"
Yep.
Like she requires that. She's not a Christina Aguilera where like her singing will damn near bring you to tears. Like
Yeah, I
her
never had
singing.
that from her. She never made me feel emotional. Now, when
Mhm.
it was with Destiny, I mean, they got the roller coaster songs, the emotional songs, the happy songs, but I never got that from any of her. Matter of fact, anytime she came out with something, I might have liked one or two songs, maybe on the album.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe it's something wrong with me because there's people out here with, like, get they left arm for Beyonce. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, but they, they say they put a lot of like witchcraft and stuff in that. So if you are not susceptible to that, you should be thanking you're thanking your God from up above because he's really protecting you because the way some of these people are so enthralled in her music, and you have to understand there's a lot of sheep out here too. So it's probably not even that they really enjoy her music. They're just following the next person. You know what I mean?
Right, the trend. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Get you.
yeah. Um wait. Oh, okay. I thought but yeah, that was really good. Rebel Ridge was good. Um, okay. So when you get a chance, this is gonna start off a little slow. Well, actually, it's not slow, but there's this show on Hulu. It's called Tell Me Lies. Remember that, okay?
Okay, I'm looking it up now. Tell me
We
lies.
just finished season 2, I believe. That show is going to F you up. It's like a college type of situation. Like these kids are in college and stuff. But the point I'm trying to make is there's this guy in the show. His name is supposed to be Steven, right? When I tell you this dude is so manipulative, and I'm not talking like, oh, he manipulates all these women and we can see through it. Like he's like a master manipulator, the way he manipulates all these women into doing what he wants. When I'm telling you, when you see that show, you are going to thank me later and you're going to want to talk about it. That's all I'm going to say.
And they're all in college, so he's like swaying
There,
all these females in college.
well, here, no, I'm not going to ruin it for you, but
Okay.
yeah, it's based in college, but it's like a flashback.
Oh, okay.
See,
Okay.
yeah, it's like a flashback. So they're in like present time, but they're flashing back to like the college days of like what transpired, and then it's going forward. Like I'm telling you, that TV show is so goddamn good. When I tell you, we was talking about it all on Twitter. It's called Tell Me Lies.
Oh
It
my
is
god.
so underrated.
And they're on season 3 right now.
Well, they're on, yeah. So season 3, but it's only 2 seasons.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I can get caught up because especially if it sounds that good. So yeah, I'm
It's
looking at it on
really,
Wiki right now because every
it's
time somebody
really, really
tells me
good.
something, I literally look it up right away and I save it on my screen because I'll forget. I'll be like, "Dang, what somebody say? Watch." So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just like when you said that on Olivia, I immediately typed in, "Okay, on call," and I was like, "Oh, this looks pretty
But
good."
you know what happened. So pretty much in the first episode with On Call, that lady rolled up on 2 Hispanic men in Long Beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the girl was sitting in the front seat, but she looked out of it. So she was kind of bantering back and forth with the driver because I guess she knew him from a previous situation. And she was like, come on, seriously, how old is that girl? And then that's when dude in the back seat shot her. She
Mm-hmm.
messed up though, because when she suspected something was wrong, and I'm so glad they said that after, when they were doing the funeral and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they said that's field training 101. If you suspect
Yep.
anything, you supposed to
All
call for
back.
backup.
Mhm.
So she told them fools to get out of the car. She should not have done that. She should have went back to her car, called backup,
Yep.
and then because the way California works right about now, and I've seen this happen multiple times. If you call backup, 2, 3 cars are showing up.
Mhm. Mhm.
Just off the rip. 2, 3 cars are showing up, and then you're gonna do what you're gonna do. So that dude in the back seat ended up shooting her, leaving her in the street. What tripped me out was how nobody helped her. Like
I
that's
know that guy
that is
was recording it, and did you see the dude with the phone? The blood just gurgling out of her neck. He's just
I was like,
recording.
first of all, that is a woman. Like nobody's just gonna sit there and let a woman cop. I've seen it to where the women cops be up here tussling and fighting with these big old tall men and stuff, and people will jump in to apprehend his ass. They don't even know what the hell is going on. They just jumping in to apprehend.
That was crazy because it was at least like 30 people out there at the basketball court, and everybody was just watching through the
He
tape.
literally bled to death. Now that scene was crazy. So pretty much they what they were doing was they were sex trafficking that girl. So they
Uh,
probably snatched her up off the street and they was filling her up with probably drugs and stuff. That's why
yep.
she was out of it like that. because when she found him in that apartment, it was like 4 dudes up in there, and
That
that's
girl,
the
yeah.
same girl. She was in the shower.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, that was her. That was really like the way it opened up. That was a good opening scene for me
It was it
because
was
it
it was
really
really
set
good.
the pace. You know, it kind of
Mhm.
like let you know automatically who they gonna be after. You know how the pace of the show is gonna go. But I just hated that I binge watched it so fast. I'm like, dang, it's over. It
No,
was
you can watch it
so
again
good.
because I'm sure there's probably some stuff that you missed. I was on
Mhm.
my treadmill watching it this morning. I was like, God damn. And the next thing I know, I'm still on the treadmill and 4 goddamn episodes and went past. And I was like, see?
Yep, I do need to watch it again because I was working at the same time. So that's why I was saying earlier. I said I'll probably go back and watch it again, but it was really good. So I wanted to recommend that one. And matter of fact, I told somebody else this morning. You know, my friend Corio. I told her this morning because we always be, going back and forth. Watch this, watch that. And I told her, I said, you got to watch this show right here. And then she was telling me about another show. But then I told her this show came back on season 3 of Harlem. She's like, I'm gonna wait all the way to the end. But I have another homegirl who does that too. But every show she likes, she waits to the end. And then she sits there and get her popcorn and she just binge watch all night. I'm like, I can't do that. I have to watch my shows every week.
Yeah, it depends. It's like if it's a really good show, but even if it's not a really good show, like I don't know. I don't know if people do that so they only have to pay 1 month subscription. You know what I mean? So they wait till the end and then they're like, okay, I'll order it for the month. And
I
then they'll
probably did.
cancel
I
it
never
the next
thought
month.
about that.
Yeah. Because that's what a lot of people do because they don't have, Prime readily available. Like,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
But
Girl,
did
I
you
got
peep
all the
out?
channels, child, all of
Did,
them.
did you peep out on call? The guy was like, y'all both need to leave $200 each and leave y'all names. Did you see that? No, but when you have like a union job and stuff and something tragic like that happens, like somebody will walk up on you like that and be like, you need to do this. Like,
Everybody needs to donate. Everybody needs to do something. Yeah,
yeah,
I
absolutely.
get it.
Like, yeah, it ain't no, oh, nah, they roll up on you like, bitch, you got the money. You need to do this. You need to do that. Hey, what do you
Hmm.
think about all of these? Okay, so I feel like with all of this ICE stuff going on,
Hmm.
I feel like a lot of these jobs are about to open up again. And I'm talking like the really good ones. You know what I mean?
Girl, I don't. The way this year is already starting off, the changes that's already been made with the equality and all. I don't know what I don't know. A lot of people are really scared about this upcoming 4 years of the orange man as they like to call him. But I don't know. I don't
I don't
know.
know. I mean, they
Just
survived the first time around. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's what I'm saying.
I was more scared when Obama was in office because that's when they was killing all the black people.
Yeah, and it's like me. I'm not. I've never really been into politics, so I'm never the one to just be out here screaming about this and that, this that. I just sit back and I just try to just continue doing what I do and trying to better
Yeah.
my life. You know what I'm saying? But there are people out there who's really like terrified, and I'm like, well, at each president that okay, I'm in my 40s. Each president that I have went through in life, it ain't like my life has been that big of a change from one to the
Mm-mm.
next. You know what I'm saying? Like the taxes might be a little higher, food might be a little higher, but that does that really have something to do with the president? No. So I don't know. I just
Yeah, because
sometimes
sometimes
people
it's
just
like
don't
your
care.
governor, it's
Yeah,
your governor, your mayor. I mean, all of that stuff is a trickle
right,
down.
right. So it's
Oh,
like
can I
I
tell you something real quick when you get your thought out?
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so listen, I just watched something on YouTube today. Okay.
Uh-huh.
This was like a true crime thing. If you're interested, I will post it on my community wall so you can see it. Okay.
Okay.
But they was interrogating this mama, right? And they found out that the mama, she had a 10-year-old daughter and she had like this son. I can't remember who he was like 4 or 6, right? So throughout the interrogation, they discover that Okay, let me tell you how they even got there. Are you still there?
Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay, okay.
I'm listening,
So
girl.
no, because I'm still gagged at like this whole thing.
Mhm.
So they get a call to this apartment, or I think it's a house, right? And they respond, and the firefighters go upstairs and they find out that there is a fire, but it's in the bathtub. So they put out the fire, and when they uncover what's in the bathtub, it's like a shocking discovery. It's the body of a 10-year-old little girl, but it's dismembered, right?
Oh wow.
Right. So now they're interviewing the mama. So she's up there with them crocodile tears. She's like, "Oh, I love my baby, blah, 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 blah." Pretty much, the mama let this dude move in with her. And then this guy is a felon. He just got out of jail for like child abuse and all type of stuff, right? He's a straight felon. So she allows him to move into the house. And
Don't tell me
then
it's another night, girl.
And then shortly after that, the cousin moves in, which is a female cousin of his. Okay. So two strangers are in this house with the mama, the little girl, and then the little boy occasionally goes and lives with his dad, but then ends up with the mama sometimes too. Okay. So trying to get to the bottom of what happened to this little girl. Like, why was she dismembered? You know what I mean? Like, why was she, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
They found out because I'm talking like half of the shit, she wouldn't talk about what was really going on. She was saying, "Oh, the little girl took drugs." They said, "We did an autopsy on the little girl," and they let her tell this lie for a long time. They was like, "We did an autopsy on her. There was no drugs in her system. So what happened?" Okay. They found out that the mama was setting up profiles or setting up something on Plenty of Fish, right? She was inviting men over to the house to sleep with her 10-year-old. So
Mm.
then the coroner, or the guy who did the autopsy, he said, "Let me say this. She's 10 years old. That girl had an infection. She had an HPV infection, and she's had that infection for quite some time. So that means this been happening, okay?"
Mhm.
So pretty much they ended up doing what they did to the little girl, and in the process of doing it, they ended up strangling her to death. Okay.
Lord.
So she gets strangled to death. They go and cut her up, blah, blah, blah. The mama's sitting up there trying to act like she cares and stuff. Baby, when they got down to it, like the whole sexual, like, that word, essay, excuse me. When they got down to it, they said she was setting up profiles, letting men come in there, hook up with her daughter, hook up with her son. Okay, this little boy, like 4 or 5, like
The
he's young.
son too.
The son too, like so the son would be at his dad's house, but when he would come over there, so she would get money, and then right after the act, she would have sex with them too. So
Oh
she
my
got, yeah, so she got off on watching them because they said she watched this go down. She would watch them do what they did to her, and then they would have to sleep with her right afterwards.
Hold on, where did this take place?
This was, hold on.
You definitely got to post this on your wall.
Okay,
I
give me a second.
wish.
Give me a
Ooh,
second. I'm about to put it here. I don't know where.
Substance abuse.
Let
oh
me
my
see.
god, that is. Oh my god. See those type of
In
parents.
Texas. This was in Texas. Can you believe that?
This see. Mm-mm.
Hold on, I'm about to post it right now. Let me see if it'll.
There is a
Mm.
special place in hell.
Hey, but I don't know
I
about
could
Texas,
never. I don't understand how some people can do such sick acts to children. It's wrong to even do it to adults, but to an innocent child who. How could you look and I can't. I could barely spank my doggone kids.
but when I tell you the detective, it was two detectives interviewing her. The one lady, it was like good cop, bad cop, but the lady was like trying to. She was like, she really gained that woman's trust. But when I tell you the guy cop, he was like, it sounds like what she did, her leaving this earth was easier than living with you.
Absolutely,
Yeah. So
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they ended up strangling her. And that's actually pretty common because, kids are loud, and no kid wants to be SA'd,
Well, that's
so
what
they're
happened.
loud. Yeah, they're very loud, they're fidgety, and what the men, I don't know if they just don't know their own strength or what, but that is so common to happen to a child while they're getting SA. Like, they try to strangle them, or close up their throat and stuff, and they end up killing them all the time, all the time. So I just want to say, yeah, check that out. I didn't really want to post it just for everybody to see, because I ain't trying to ruin nobody's day or trigger anybody.
Right.
But no, definitely. And if you want, I'll talk to you about it, because this was triggering for me, but not in the sense of like, like, oh, I'm just triggered, like, but like
Mm-hmm.
because of what I remember from when I was a child. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, that
Yeah.
sounds similar to this story. That long time ago, but this little girl, her oh, I told this story before, but you might want to look this up. This some old Omaha crime scenes. But it was a little girl, she was like probably 7 or 8, and she used to spend the night with her godmother. And her godmother was like an auntie to my close friends that I grew up with and went to church with. But anyway, the godmother was married to this man, and they lived in the projects, a set of projects here back in the day. And the little girl spent the night, and the husband, he wanted the little girl to sleep in the bed with him, which the godmom said wasn't like, different or, odd, because the little girl didn't like sleeping in her own room when she was spending the night anyway. But this particular time, he was like begging her to do something with the little girl. And the wife
But
was like, "No, are you crazy? That's my goddaughter." They was arguing back and forth, whoop, whoop, whoop. And then she was like, "You know what?" She just got mad. She stormed off. But Seven, why she leave the girl there?
oh my God,
She
why do they do
stormed off.
that?
She
Why do
stormed
they
off.
do that? Why is that
Yes.
not the biggest red flag?
The biggest red flag. She stormed off and left the little girl in the house because she was upset with her man because he wanted to have whatever with the little girl. So she left. And when she came back, the little girl was no longer there. She was there, but she wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had did the same thing that just happened to this little girl. He strangled her while he was trying to do things to her. And when I tell you, he arred her in every way he could,
Oh
every
my
way,
God.
every way. The S way, the mouth
Yeah,
way,
no,
the
I know,
deep
I
way. Okay,
know.
okay. So to this little girl who was like 7 or 8. And then she was screaming. He couldn't stop her from screaming. So he strangled her with a pillow. And so when she got there, she walked up there. He was hysterical, and she was like, "What are you? What's wrong? What's going on?" And she went to the room and saw her, and she was like, "Oh my god!" And she didn't know what to do. This is what she claims. Now, me, I would have tried to unalive his butt, but she helped him cover it up, and they took her and dumped her in some dumpsters behind projects. And then the next morning, they called her mama and say she ran away. Now, this is the godmother who
Wait a
called her
minute.
best friend. She called her best friend and told her that her daughter ran away. And then, of
Let me
course,
tell
the police ended up finding her. But yeah, they both went to prison for a long time, both of them.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I don't think she left. I think that's the story she told the cops.
Hmm.
I don't think she left at all.
She probably didn't. But the
She
boy was
probably, I
4
don't
years
know if she
old.
got drunk or what, but she was still in that house. See, one thing about it, because the reason I know is because my mom, something like that happened similar in my house. Okay. When I was just a kid, you
Yeah,
don't know any of this stuff. You start figuring stuff out as you get older. And
right.
then you realize what happened, what was transpiring, and it's like shocking all over again. And do you know, until this day, even when she had her parole hearing, she was talking about my mom, right? My foster mom. She was talking about, oh, she was just doing too much. And, I was mad. So I threw her up against the wall. That's how she killed her. I was like, I cannot believe after all these years, she is still lying.
Hmm.
She is still lying. I literally saw everything that night. Everything. And I said, I cannot believe that.
Some people
She
will take stuff to their grave before confessing and telling the truth.
You feel me? So that's how I know that lady that you just spoke of, she didn't leave. She was probably maybe she may have even watched.
And you know what? I never thought about that if she stayed, because the story has always been this happened like in the 80s, girl, like early 90s. So I
Because
always
why would you storm? Why? Listen to me. Why would you express this much concern for not wanting the little girl to be in the bed with your man, and
and
then
then
turn
leave
around
it.
and leave her? That
I
don't
could
even make
never.
sense.
Not even a stranger's child, not my child. Oh, you leave. But see, there's these women, I don't know what it is, but it's something about a lot of women back in the day, Seven. We can go so far back, but they was just, I don't know, it was like they men could do no wrong. They can't live without their men. They gotta have their men. They rather be miserable than, how you say I could do bad by myself. That was not really like the thing way back in the day. Women were
Yeah,
so independent, so dependent on men and being in a damn relationship, and
yeah.
they let a lot of things just child.
And that's why I say, like, and I'm not putting anything on anybody, but when I see certain behaviors on here, like just Krista, for example, I was like, look, she, and I'm just using her as an example. I wouldn't be surprised if a child got violated in front of her and she didn't say nothing. That's how her shit. You see what I'm saying? That's what she gives.
She's
Like it's
very.
all about the man. You know what I mean?
I've never met anyone quite like her. And that's why I always thought, and I know you heard me say it before, Seven, I always thought it was always a play. Everything was a play, even her liking him. Because I just couldn't believe that an older woman of that age could act like this on a public platform with
But
this young man.
there are a lot of women like that. Like
It's,
case in point, my ex who put a, his wife was like that. You feel me? I'm sitting up here, I'm telling you one, two, three, A, B, C. This is what happened. This is what's currently happened. And this is what's going to happen. Oh, she's hitting. I mean, let me tell you something. And people still don't believe me. I said, do you know how many troll accounts this woman hit me up from? This woman hit me up from like, and I'm just blocking them left and right, left and right. This woman has like over 200 emails. Okay. She's
what?
just, I'm telling you, the amount of troll accounts this woman was hitting me. Do you know once the whole, like, all that, after the restraining order and all that, I said, once all that ended, I didn't hear anything anymore. I said, it was her. It was
There
her,
are
and it
some
was
women
probably
who do
him.
that. Hey, I mean, it's wild because
But,
sometimes.
but, but listen, the whole leave us alone. But she's like completely fucking obsessed with me. You're in my sector. Okay. You're bothering me. That's what Sean Bradley was saying. Like, wait a minute, she ain't over there stalking you. You're over here stalking her. That was a real fucking thing. And then they went up to the goddamn courts and lied and said that I was in a video stating that I was going to shoot them and that I made a sound, bow, 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 and that I was going to shoot them. This is the lie that they told the judge. I've
Mm-mm.
never made a video like that. I've
Sounds like
never.
a situation similar where it was the woman who was, I don't want to say she drug him down there to do this or whatever, but I done seen it happen before where it's the woman who pressures the guy into making sure you do something, because of the fact that you was with such and such on the side. And sometimes they do make a whole bunch of Facebook pages, emails, IGs to try to either befriend the other woman to make sure you're not still with them or just to spy on her or something like that. So I'm not surprised at all that she had a lot of accounts
She
trying to
had
help
no.
you out.
She had a lot of that. She was also a pathological liar. That's number one. Pathological liar. A lot of accounts. Okay. I think she was just crazy. Like to this day, that's the craziest person I've ever met. But the point I'm trying to make is she was like what? She's probably like 55, 56 now. Okay. At the
Mm.
time she was like what, 53? The point I'm trying to make is women of that age, like Krista in that demographic, like in they, 50, 55 and up. What are those? Are those Gen X women?
I think so.
Okay.
But it's around that age. I can't be that. I don't know. I can't. I just can't be that desperate. I don't care. It's certain things that I let go of in my 30s, early 40s. A man can't do this. I will not accept this. But 50s and 60s, and you still acting like that. That's crazy to me. That's why I always tell
That
shit
is
with the
very
sister.
crazy. That
I
is
mean, her
very
over here
crazy.
crying and why? Oh man, girl, I
But
would
did
watch
you,
her
wait a
like,
minute. You read the note that she left.
yeah,
You allowed a man to live up in your house, disrespect your daughter, let that motherfucker catch on fire, quit his job 2 weeks before rent was due. You up here talking about I had to Uber 17 hours a day. You can't even Uber 17 no goddamn hours a day. That's what I'm saying. That those are the lies that this bitch would tell. You can't even Uber 17 hours a day. They cut you off so that you can get at least 10 or 8 hours of sleep. The app will shut off on you.
right. I never Ubered, but I used to DoorDash back in the day. I used to DoorDash, but I would never do it that many hours.
I had
Shit.
to do all this Ubering, but do I believe he did quit his job too? I sure do. I sure do. Because that's why he married you.
Because she
You
making all the big bucks. Ain't she like a real estate investor or something?
no, she got her money. Let me see. I want to be very careful here. We'll talk.
Oh yeah, be careful. Yeah, I forgot. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, we'll talk because I could be talking about anybody right now. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We
But
ain't meant to.
all that I will say is everything that glitters ain't gold. Okay, I mean,
Absolutely.
how are you this successful person and you can't even spell? You can't even spell entrepreneur.
Mm-mm-mm.
You got run on sentences and shit. You can't even how you drafting up contracts and whatnot, and you can't even do simple grammar. What's going on?
Probably got an assistant.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Okay, Grammarly. Okay, so I don't believe any of that stuff. You can't sit up here and tell me, oh, she got all this money and y'all motherfuckers is living in y'all leasing an apartment. Where's the money?
Mm-mm-mm.
Y'all leasing an apartment. What's going on?
Child.
Okay, so that's why I kept trying to tell people like y'all got it twisted. Y'all got it twisted. But you have people out here saying, "Oh, she's a liar," and I'm not gonna say no names because you cool with these people, and I'm not gonna disrespect you like that. But oh, she's doing this, she's doing that. You don't know what I know. Understand that. You can sit up here, you can try to shift and put a narrative out about me. It's not gonna work because you're not on the inside where you want to be. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna drop that.
Well,
Um,
please put that link on your
no,
community
no, go
story.
over there. Yeah,
Uh,
go over there now and get it because I'm gonna take it off.
I'm just
Yeah,
like, oh my god, that just those type of people that those type of people make you want to do something to them. You know what I'm saying? To the
hey,
mama,
but you said that
like
was in Omaha where that happened.
yes. And a matter of fact, let me tell you this: the man who did it, that was my cousin's dad.
No, no, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Oh my god.
Yep. When this happened, I think me and my cousin, we were like maybe 18. That it was a while ago. It was a while ago. So, she was grown and everything. Then he went to prison for life. He ended up dying in prison. He ended up getting
He
cancer
should.
and he died in prison. Her ass ended up getting 7, 8 years. He got life. But we was like, why did she? Because she always said she wasn't in the house. And I'm like, but I thought she should have got more time because she left the girl after the man told her what he wanted to do. And she left her in the house.
But
Like,
I think she may have struck a plea deal where she agreed to testify against him. So
yeah.
it's kind of like her word against his, especially if he
And
didn't
that's what
testify.
happened. He did testify.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Yep, that's what
Yeah,
ended
because
up.
he's not gonna tell on himself and talk about how he had this good old time doing what he did to that little girl. He's not gonna do that. He's already scared for his life, as he should be. So yeah, I think she was there. That's what I think.
Yep,
I think she was there the whole time.
yep. And you know what? Like I said, I never thought about that. That never crossed my mind at all. That she lied about being there. I always just, I don't know, I just always believed that she just left him there. Left him there.
Yeah, yeah. That's horrible. That is so
Yeah.
horrible.
Yep, it sure was. And when my cousin found out that she did like disown her dad and everything, but then like I remember years later after we got older, she finally wrote him a letter because she found out he was dying and she wrote him a letter. She was like, you know what? For me to have peace, I forgive you. God will deal with you in heaven, whatever, whatever, whatever. And then he died like shortly after. And she was like,
And
I
that
can
is, let me tell you something. That is that black church mentality.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because my mama, and let me tell you something, love my mama. I was in love with my mama. Everything she used to do for me, I was her sidekick. Everywhere she was, I went. They said I even looked like her. Okay. I loved my mama. But as I grew up and I realized what she did, I could never talk to that woman again.
I get it. I understand.
You know what I mean? It ain't no, oh, I forgive you. And hell no. Let me tell you something. I was watching some show on Netflix called I Am a Killer. You seen that?
Yep, I saw that. Yep.
Did you see the one episode where the dude ended up it was a black guy. He ended up getting stabbed in the neck by the racist dude, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
racist dude kept saying, well, he rubbed his genitals up across a white woman's behind. So I did what I had to do. So the mama she's separate. She's in a house or somewhere. And she's talking about, well, I do ministry and I do it 5 days a week. And, I practice uh, forgiveness and all of that. And I can honestly say that I do forgive him. I do not want the death penalty for him. Do you know clear across yonder, they doing an interview on Old Boy, and he said, let me tell you something, if I could do it, I'd do it again. And they said, well, are you a racist? Yeah. They said, are you a racist? Yeah, I'm a racist. Sure am. Okay. Let me tell you something. There is a reason. I keep saying this. There is a reason why them white people gave the niggas Christianity and brought preachers in to preach to the slaves
Mm-hmm.
during slavery. Okay. That Nat Turner, like that was a real thing. These people getting brought in, they learn how to read, they're getting brought in to preach to the slaves. There's a reason they gave y'all Christianity. So y'all sit up there with this whole black church mentality, like, this whole mammyism and stuff. I gotta protect everybody. No, you don't. You have every right. It's called self-preservation. Okay. But no, black women in a whole, it's not that they want to, they've just been taught and
Mm-hmm.
they've been so conditioned to be everybody's savior, everybody's workhorse, everybody's mule. Okay. You got to do all this stuff for everybody. And then what do? They place you at the bottom of humanity, the very bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You're not the most beautiful. You're not the most attractive. You go look up the most beautiful woman in the world right now and see what pops up. It ain't you. It ain't me. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Talking
Yep.
about we're not exotic. There's nothing more exotic than a black woman in goddamn America. I mean, how you think all these goddamn mixed breeds get made?
That's true. That's why they always wanted us back in the day because they thought we were exotic. Mm-hmm.
That's just crazy to me. But see, that's what I'm saying. They put us at the very bottom, but they expect the most from us.
Mm-mm-mm.
See, I'm having a drunk
The
moment
most
with you right now.
unprotected person on
The
earth.
most unprotected. These are facts.
Yep.
These are facts. So yeah, I get real offended by certain things, like even like actors and stuff, like, they allow, like, the black women to prop them up and put them on a pedestal, and then it's like you gonna pop out with you know
Mm-hmm.
a
Mm-hmm.
cracker. No, no.
You know what? Or the ones who have a good one, but then as soon as they get on the up and up, they drop them for the next. You know how it goes.
Like Kanye West. Didn't he
Yep.
have a good black girl? Beautiful too. Very beautiful.
They always do. Then they get caught up in some bullshit.
And then they want to come back.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's wild. That's very wild to me. But people be having their types and stuff. I just, it is
Yeah,
what it
I mean,
is.
people do have a type, so I can't really say. I'm not saying it's wrong or nothing
Hmm.
like that, but child, I mean, I have a god sister, and that's all she dates. She like, fuck these niggas. Shoot, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, that's what she like, and she's always been like that. So I'm like, hey,
No,
I'm
no,
like,
I've always really liked
I,
like lighter skin men, but that's because I feel like they like me. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not like when we were younger. Like I remember when I was like 12, that's when like a lot of black men largely dated black women.
Hmm.
Now it is not the case. Everybody's looking for something that ain't black. The dark
True.
skinned ones at the very least, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But it's
Yep.
like the light skinned men or like the non black men, they're the ones who actually show like black women the most love.
Hmm. That's true. That is very true. Well, I've never went outside of that. Um, I don't know. I never found anybody who made me look the other direction. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I always said, if it has to be white boy, he gonna look like Chad on. I mean, you know what I'm saying, like Tatum, or he just got to be like, I don't know. He got to have a little
What do you mean?
hood
Who's
in him, a
Tatum?
little swag in him, a little, like,
Who's Tatum?
Channing Tatum, the white boy.
Oh, Janet. Oh, you like him?
Yes. No, I'm saying if I was a date a white, that's what I'm saying. He gotta be like, he gotta have some swag. He gotta be, you know what I'm saying? He can't be just some white boy. This guy.
Oh no, like Channing Tatum to me is just like the modern day Wigger. You know what I mean? He's such a modern day Wigger.
Oh,
It's
but
like
he's cute. He's, I don't
it's like
know.
okay, they took the cornrows out and they stopped wearing all the baggy clothes and they got that
It's a
one
little
little
break
that one yeah that one little sleeve rolled up on their leg and shit. They stopped doing that. Now they got fades and beards and shit.
I mean, but he's like, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I don't know. I just,
Okay, no, it's cool. That's what you like. I'm just,
yeah. And
Um,
and I'm not, like I said, I've never been really even attracted to say, oh my God, he's so fine. What's up? I just never ran across anybody who just struck me as that. It's all, I like them normally really dark. I can go for a
yeah.
few that are not so dark, but I've always been attracted to really dark men. Always.
You know who kind of does it for me? I like Leonardo DiCaprio.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, it's like not just a straight up. I don't want to be offensive, you know.
But I like the fact that he just seems so mysterious to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I love that. Yeah, like mysterious or like that Tom Hardy guy. He's cute too to
Mhm.
me.
It's just
Yeah.
something about those type of white guys, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to be offensive and be like, oh, just I don't want no straight up white boy. Just some, round. Just I don't know
But let me tell you who got everybody in a chokehold.
who.
That Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa
Oh,
got everybody in the chokehold. I don't know not one person who would turn down a Jason
he
Momoa.
is. Oh my God, that
How tall
hair.
is he? Is he like 6'5"? Jason Momoa is a big dude. Let me see.
He hurt somebody, child. Mm-mm.
Yeah, he fine.
I
Jason
always thought
Momoa
he
is
was sexy. Always, always. Mm-mm.
Momoa. There we go. Let me see. He is okay. He's 45, still fine.
Mhm,
How
mhm.
tall is he?
He's aging very nicely.
He's 6'4". Yeah, he's 6'4".
Yes, 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 yes. He's
He,
a
he
very
looked like he a
attractive.
solid 225 pounds.
Mhm. And he's what do you call it? Hawaiian. He's Hawaiian, right? From Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's Hawaiian.
Mhm, mhm.
Let me see. No, it doesn't say right here, but yeah, he's definitely Hawaiian. He's like a Samoan mix. you
Yeah,
know.
yes, and that's it. Yep.
But you can tell he has black ancestry. I don't care what nobody says. Like there's a Negro somewhere up in his ancestry.
Hmm.
Period. Because he just look a certain type. But when he was younger, he was fine too. Like I don't think Jason Momoa ever had an ugly period. Like
Even
he was.
when you see the picture when he had the dreads,
I've seen that.
he used to have dreads.
No, but I'm talking about Jason Momoa when he was like young, like back in his Baywatch days. Let me see.
Oh,
Baywatch.
he did used to be in
And he
Baywatch.
had the short hair.
Oh
Yes. And
my
he was
god!
fine back then too, but he
Yeah,
was
when
like
he had
tall and
dreads,
slim.
I think he was on a TV show. Was he in a movie when he had dreads?
Yeah, he was in some movie with it. Well, actually he had them dreads for a minute.
I don't know that he really looks like he got some black in him when he had some dreads in his head. I was like, child,
Let
but
me
you
see.
know how it is. Everybody got some black in them. The whitest of
Yeah,
the whitest person could probably have some black in them. See the way they used to run up all up and through our asses back
I
in the day.
know.
Shoot, from country to country.
Oh, when he had the dreads, you're talking about North Shore.
I don't remember, but he had some dreads in his hair, and he really looked
Yeah.
like he was like a light skinned brother.
A brother, yeah.
Mhm,
No.
mhm.
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture right now. I'm like, he
Yeah,
do look black.
yeah. I'm saying I know I remember him with some dreads. I didn't know if it was a movie or if that was really something he wore, or but yeah, he looked good in them dreads.
Jason Momoa. Mm-mm-mm. But you know what? I think this Aaron Pierre dude, they finna set him up to be like, the next big action star. You watch. He's gonna get all the roles. He's gonna be the next Rock. He's gonna be the next Jason Momoa, Idris Elba, because all them dudes are starting to age out. I mean, even look at Jason Momoa. This dude is 45.
Yeah,
The
he's
Rock
starting.
is old.
And I used to love The Rock. I still like The Rock, but I really used to love The Rock. I was like, can you
Idris
tell what The
Elba.
Rock is?
They said Idris Elba is 52 years old and he didn't got married, so he off the market. Ain't nobody really checking for him anymore. Okay, let me see The Rock. I think The Rock is in his 50s too.
He got to be or close.
Yeah, he's 52. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so this new dude, they're ushering in a new, I'm telling you, this Aaron Pierre, he
Hmm.
about to be the next big thing. I am telling you, this boy is only 30 years old. Can you believe that?
And it's the eyes. It's
It's
I don't know. It's ooh we see. I used to have when I was younger, before I was really attracted to all the dark skinned men. I had a little thing for light skin and the ones with the eyes. Like, okay, what's that guy? The one from Barbershop that nobody likes. I'm the only one who likes him.
from
Remember the one
Barbara.
from Barbershop? The Barbershop with the Barbershop, the movie. The
Yeah,
light
give
guy.
me a second.
What's his name?
Hold on.
The fuck is his name? Oh,
You're
I
not
don't.
talking about, oh, Michael Ealy. That's who you're talking
Yes,
about.
Michael Ealy. Nobody
Yeah.
likes him. I was like the only one who liked him, and I was like, I don't know, it's something about the eyes. Something about the eyes.
I didn't like him either though. Do you know that? Like I didn't like, and that's how I know I like Aaron Pierre and it's genuine because when it came to Michael Ealy, I didn't like him. The
Mhm.
only light skinned person that I can say I've liked recently was the Tyler LaPlay.
Oh,
LaPlay, the dude from Harlem, and he's also in P Valley too.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then he went and knocked up Miracle Watts, so he off the market. So he getting married, I think. So
Well, that's the one that played in the Tyler Perry show, The Have and the Have Nots, right? Or are you talking
Tyler,
about? Or are you talking about? Yeah, Tyler, the one he played in the Have and the Have Nots. Remember his
let
name
me
was
see.
You probably didn't
I'm,
watch it, but it was
I'm
like
about
some
to.
of the seasons of the haves and the it was one of those corny Tyler Perry, you know.
I can't do too much. Tyler Perry. Oh, he was in the Half and Half Not.
Yes, that was
Yeah,
great. Uh-huh. Yep, yep. I used to love him in that show. But
but y'all don't understand. Aaron Pierre is about to be the next big thing. Let me tell you something. His voice alone is gonna get him paid. because he
Mm-hmm.
got that deep voice. He gonna be on. It's gonna be like Morgan Freeman. Okay, like how they would get Morgan Freeman to narrate everything. That's how this boy Aaron Pierre is gonna be.
And
You
he's still
watch.
in his 30s, right?
He's only 30
Okay. Oh yeah, he got a lot of
for the
time.
next 20 years. But
Hmm.
see, I suspect that he's gay, like for real, for real.
You think so?
I know so. I'm not. Listen, I know
Girl,
so.
that would break a lot of females' hearts.
Not me, because at least I know. See, unless he gets like a little PR relationship, but shit. Imagine a dude being so goddamn fine that you're actually relieved that he's gonna be gay, so that he ain't with any of these other bitches. Because don't you treat nobody better than me. I'm your number one fan. It's on that type.
Mhm. Well, a lot of them, like in the past, a lot of them kept that secret until damn near they were in retirement. Then you find out, oh, they've been gay all this time. But I think the way things are today, more people are so open. If he is, we might find out soon.
Well, let me just say this. I don't think we'll find out soon. I'm pretty sure anybody who's going to be dealing with him is going to be signing an ironclad
And
what there you go, NDA.
mhm.
Because like I said, they're setting this boy up right now to be the next big action star. I bet my bottom dollar is on it. Okay. So he got a whole new team. They done already cleaned up all the stuff about him on the internet. That's number one.
Mhm.
So they're gonna have to sign NDAs. They break the NDA, they come out, they're suing this dude. I personally believe he is gay. First of all, he's 30 years old.
Mhm.
This we don't know nothing about him having no kids. He ain't married. He ain't got a girlfriend. He don't have no extensive dating history. Even now, he is blowing up. He ain't following no women on Instagram. He ain't doing none of that. This is what men do when they like you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They want all the women. They want the pretty girls, the exoticals. No, he's not doing any of that. So I'm like, this
Mhm.
man likes men, but he's so poised, right? He's
Mhm.
so he's very well spoken English. First of all, I think that's where my husband's gonna be, not just because of him, but I'm telling you, I've always digged that English accent. Like
It
I
is good.
want, isn't it?
It's
Like
very.
I
That's why I used
want.
to like Idris.
Yeah, because I with the Englishmen, like the way they're evolving right now is like they're English, but a lot of them be thugs low key, but they be that way like in a turtleneck and a blazer or like, a suit, a full-on suit, but they be whooping ass low key. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my God, it makes it crazy. But yeah, so they're gonna set this boy up to be the next big action star. He's already gonna be in Lanterns. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't. Uh-uh.
Yeah. So he's going to play John Stewart, the first ever Black Lantern. There was so much controversy about him playing that character online. They was like, no, hold on, I got to sneeze. Oh, excuse
Okay.
me. Okay.
Bless.
So there was so much controversy, right? They're like, oh no, y'all gave that to Aaron Pierre. He's a light skinned actor. And I was like, bruh. So people were tripping because they said John Stewart is a dark skinned actor, or he's a dark skinned character and he should be portrayed by a dark skinned actor. But the people, women, are like, absolutely not. We saw Rebel Ridge. We like the way he look. We like the way he sound, and he is going to give every bit of sound. John Stewart. Black women got him that role. I'm just gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So now, and then that's going to be on. So his contract is for the series because it's going to be a series on HBO, right?
Mm-hmm.
Max. But it's also going to be for the movies. This boy about to get the movie money too. He is officially in the DCU now. I'm thinking he might even show up to Comic-Con, and if he do, I'm going to be there
Oh,
in
that
San
is down
Diego.
there that way, huh?
Yes, it is. I am so excited. Like,
Y'all got
but
everything out there.
But listen, do you understand? I'm not a fan of nobody. The only person that I'm really a fan of is like Martha Stewart. I like Cat Williams,
Oh, I
And
like Martha Stewart. I watched that show, that documentary on her.
oh
How
yeah, on
she
Netflix,
got to be
right?
what she was. I was like, she was doing all, I don't even remember Martha. I guess I was too young. But I'm like, she did all that shit back in the day.
Bruh, do you know how much money this bitch Martha Stewart had? And I'm talking like
Yes,
in the 90s, bruh. I think she was worth like damn near $1 billion in the goddamn
yes, she was rich as
90s.
hell back then. And I was like, I didn't even know.
She was so quiet about her money though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she wasn't overly extravagant about it. Like she didn't do like these pretentious things, like have all these dinner parties. Like she didn't do none of that. She made her money. She
Mhm.
got with a couple of guys, realized it didn't work. What was tripping me out was how what was that? Was that David Letterman? Who
Uh-huh.
no, it wasn't David Letterman. It was, oh my God, who's that talk show host from the past? And he's always sitting down. And he
Uh,
has kind of like that oh damn. He kind of looked like Jack Nicholson a little bit, but no. You know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of the name.
Okay, me neither. Okay, anyway. No, it's Larry something. Is it Larry?
Mm,
Hold on, talk show host.
Larry.
Show host.
Larry don't
Larry.
sound familiar.
David Larry. Is it David?
You talking about Letterman?
It's
David
not
Letterman?
Letterman. No, no,
Oh,
no, no, no. Larry. Wait a minute. Oh my God. This is him. Larry King. That's his name.
Larry
Larry
King. Oh,
King.
okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. I remember
Okay.
now.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, I had to figure that out. It was going to kill me. Okay. Remember when Larry King was interviewing her and he was tripping off of how she didn't have a husband and she was, and they was kind of getting into it a little bit. Did you see that? And he was like, so aren't you looking for love? Aren't you doing this? Aren't you doing that? And she sitting up here looking at him like, motherfucker, look, I didn't accomplish this, that, and the third, and the only thing you're concerned about is me having a dick in my mouth. Like, what the
Right.
fuck?
She had everything. Yeah, she was. She didn't have a love
He
life, but
had
she was
every.
rich.
But
Shit.
who need? Let me tell you something. When you got money like that, who needs a love life?
Shoot.
Your love life is flying to goddamn Costa Rica or Brazil with a little weekend thing, and then you come back,
Thank
and you
you.
see what I'm saying? Like when you got that level of money and you a woman and you not trying to follow the norms, you're not trying to be like a Beyonce, like, oh my God, Beyonce's so scared to leave that man. But they real life power couple. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
And
right.
when I say power couple, I mean like a true definition. He got his own, she got her own, and they came together in their power couple. When they say stuff like, oh, Michelle Obama and Barack are a power couple, no, because let me tell you something. If if Michelle was married to anybody else or even Barack Obama, we would still know who Barack Obama was. We wouldn't
Mhm.
give a shit who Michelle Obama was with. Okay.
True.
So that's not a power couple, in my opinion. Okay. Power is power. Okay. Matter of fact, if you get anything weak into the power, it pushes the weakness out. Power attracts power. That's how that works. Okay.
Mhm.
So look, we could talk about this all night. To be honest with you, we really could. But I'm just saying, like Martha Stewart. When I tell you, I'm a real life fan of hers. Like I will, but I buy all her books. You know what I mean? Like I love me Martha Stewart,
I
Dr.
do too.
Seeley. I like Dr. Seeley. But
Mhm.
anyway, the point I'm trying to make is I'm not really a fan of people like that. Maybe I can count on one hand how many people I'm actually a fan of, but I'm like a real fan of this Aaron Pierre guy now, and I'm excited.
I am too. I'm excited of which direction he's going to go in his career too, because and he is cute. He is very attractive. He's very talented, and yeah, I think he's going to do well.
So look, we was on Instagram talking shit, right? So
Hmm.
they was like, they saw the picture of him, Aaron Pierre, and Idris Elba together. So they was like, oh, we need to have a little Men in Black situation.
Oh,
I was like, I was like, first of all, no, we don't. Baby, look, do I need to write this script out for you? No, we need an original script. So here's the thing. We got Idris Elba. He's the father. He's
Mhm.
former CIA, ex CIA. We got Aaron Pierre. He's the son. He's currently in black military ops. Okay. He's in black ops right now. And then we got the light skinned mama, which could be played by like what, Nicole Ari or somebody? Yeah, Nicole Ari. She could be the light skinned mama. And then, Nicole gets kidnapped one day and they trying to narrow down who did it. And then, they come and try to do a hit on Aaron Pierre and his father. Okay. And then they realize it might be the Jamaicans or the Haitians or the cartel or something. But anyway, they trying to get Aaron Pierre's light skinned mama back, aka Nicole. So baby, I need extreme violence. I need car chases. Um, I need it all. I need them jumping out of airplanes with parachutes and all of that. I need it to be like Fast and Furious mixed with like Taken or something. Do you know how many people like that post? Like 2,000 people like that damn post.
Girl, you know what? If they could get into a movie together like that, I'll be there.
I
Front and
want to navigate this nigga's whole fucking career. Like I'm crazy like that. Like I want to see him in something like that. That's a big action movie. I want to see him in a horror movie, but it can't just be any horror movie. Like really Jordan Peele needs to like direct that shit. You know what I mean?
and please let him survive through the end.
Who, Aaron?
Yes, one of those black people who you really like, and like 15 minutes into the show they did.
I know, but I want to see him survive to the end, but I want him to be like possessed by like a demon or something, and we just don't know until like the very end, and we're like, oh no, Aaron's a demon now, that type of shit.
Uh-uh. No,
um,
oh, I was gonna
I,
tell you too, just in case you wanted to look up the case. It was if you look up State versus Carter,
mhm,
1998,
okay,
and the man's name was Asa, last name Carter, Carter. That was the husband.
no, I legit want to fuck. But see, my thing is, mm, because I don't feel like men are just evil. You know what I mean? But I
Mhm.
think they get put in certain situations where things can happen. And I think um I think their lower selves take over. You know what I mean?
That I understand what you're saying. Just like with all the stories with all the men who get caught up with younger girls, a lot of them be like, "Well, the girl should have been at home. Where's the mama? Where the then people are like, well, the man is grown. He's the adult. He should have known." And a lot of people be like, "Well, men, they're not that strong, and their urges, and da 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 da." But still, you gotta be like, okay, but you have to be the mature,
You have to know that it's wrong.
right?
But see, a lot of these people don't think they can get caught. I mean, what's one of the things they always say about a lot of these men? Oh, everybody like them.
Yep.
Like they can't even believe they would do something like that because they put on this face for the whole world to see. And those are the people I always suspect or something. Like if you coming around and you all cheerful and hey, what's up? I automatically think you got two teenage boys chained up in your goddamn basement somewhere.
Exactly. And that's just like this case. I was really young when it happened. So, I was nowhere like into the news and things like that, storylines as I am now as a content creator. But back then I was just a child. But when I look back in hindsight, I'll be thinking if he was willing to do that to his own like goddaughter, like he probably did mess with other kids. I can't help thinking that when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Like you got the balls to tell your woman, "I want to mess with your goddaughter," and it was like an ultimatum type of thing. Like you want me to stay with you?
And
We
that's
gotta.
and that's why I think, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just cut you off like
Oh
that.
no, you're fine. You're fine.
That's why I think she was still in that house because it was an ultimatum thing. Like, man, I ain't got to be here. I ain't got to be here. I do this for you. I do that for you. Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? And, like he probably don't do nothing. She probably take care of everything. You see what I'm saying? Women like that are
Mhm.
weak. They are
Mm-hmm.
so weak and it's so disgusting to me. It's so, but see, she ain't the only one. Let me, excuse me. I'm thankful that I didn't have kids early on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just grateful for that because I could have been in a situation like that. I could have been in a situation where it was like, hey, I need to go to work. Can you watch my kid? Oh, yeah. Mommy's boyfriend just, violated my kid now. You know what I
Oh
mean?
no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And
And
I'm
girl,
just,
listen.
yeah,
I'm looking at the theme, and which I've seen several times before, but just listen to this paragraph. It says at approximately 4:15 a.m., Carter came into the bedroom and got in bed with Gwelder. That's the godmother, which is my friend's. Matter of fact, that was her sister. I'm lying. That was her sister.
yeah.
But they were spread apart by years, so I always thought that was her aunt, but it was her sister. But she said the victim was asleep at the foot of the bed. Carter appeared to have been drinking alcohol, and he soon became aroused. He indicated to Gwelder that he wanted to have sex with her, and then stated that he wanted to have sex with both of them, the victim too. And he told Gwelder that if she loved him or cared anything about him, she would let him have sex relations with the victim.
Oh
Upon
my
hearing
God.
this, Gwelder panicked and left the apartment, leaving Carter and the victim alone in the bedroom.
Now, why would she do that? He already, see, I didn't know all of that.
Girl, I'm telling you, this
He
story, like,
already expressed that he wanted to have sex with that little girl. See, before the way you was saying it, you was like they was getting into it because he wanted the little girl just in the bed with him. If
no,
he already
he was already in the bed and he got aroused and he was like, I want to have the girl was laying at the end of the bed and she left him with that little girl.
I don't mm-mm, mm-mm,
Yep.
no. And then so because here's the thing, if you left and you came back and that little girl was dead or dead, excuse me,
And that's what
why wouldn't you leave and call the police? Why wouldn't you do that? Because that's what you're supposed
because
to
she
do.
felt like I think what happened was, and I'll let you check it out because I don't want to read the whole story on here. But I think he kind of she claimed she was scared because it was an unalive person in the bed. He was drunk, and she claimed she was scared, and so she helped him get her to the dumpster, and then called the mother and said she ran away or she left. And the girl was
Mm-mm.
only like 7 years old, and it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. Like, whose 7 year old is gonna walk home or leave the house at seven? That early in the morning. Like, mm-mm-mm. But yeah, her ass would have been. Ooh, if that would have been my homegirl, child, I
Yeah.
would have been in jail. I would have straight been locked the fuck up
No, but that's what
for
I'm trying
real.
to tell you. That's how I know that woman is lying. Because my mom lied like that. Like I told you, she's still lying to this day. But I know what happened. And everything she did was very deliberate. Very deliberate.
Hmm.
And that
Yeah.
shit just pissed me off. That shit, because I'm over the whole like being sad about it. That's what I went to therapy for. You know what I mean? Like all those years. Now, like when I hear about that or anything like that happening, I get so enraged.
Same here. Just like the situation that's going on in Detroit.
What's that?
Just the same situation with that guy who got the girl pregnant, the 13, 14 year old, and her body
Oh,
she been missing for the last year. The one that Demetra and a lot of people is covering the case right now.
hmm,
Yeah, Naziah. Hmm.
there's another story like that too. You know that, right?
Oh yeah.
It's like almost identical. The dude was like some sort of half breed. Everybody liked him. He worked at an auto shop,
Hmm.
auto something. He was sleeping with the little girl, but they said she had another experience prior with like an 18-year-old, right? He was sleeping with her, and then she leaves school, and all the evidence they collected, they they couldn't. First of all, they couldn't find her body. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying he threw her in the trash can. So they went and contacted the landfill where they took the trash to. So I don't know why the cop made this such an issue. I think he's doing it to be like, oh, so we did spend all this money looking for a little black girl. Okay. But he was like, we spent $1.3 million searching for that little girl in the landfill and we can never find her.
Mm-mm.
He shot that girl like close range, like in the heart, killed her, and disposed of her body. They never found her, but he ended up going to jail for it.
Mm-mm. It's these stories. It's a lot of them that are very similar, and they happen over and over and over and over again. And that's why I always say I don't know what's wrong with people mentally that they can be that sick in the head. To I mean, I just can't. I can't imagine that. I used to be so protective of my kids because I didn't seen it happen in the family. Shit. I know. Like I used to say, I said on here before that almost every person that I know, as far as a female in my life, my circle, friends, even coworkers, have been touched or know somebody who's been touched in their
Yeah.
family by a family member. So when
No,
I
this
had my boys, I was so protective over them. I'm like, you ain't going over there. You ain't going over there. You ain't. Well, mama, where can we go? Like,
no, these are facts though, and it's usually by a relative.
yep, yep.
You know, I never told this story before, but when I was a kid and I was actually living with my mom, we went to like visit our cousins or something, right? And I remember my cousin came in the room, and this dude, I think I was like 5 at the time. He must have been like 8 years old. So he was like, "It's dick time, it's dick time." And I was like, "What's that?" And he started rubbing on his genitals like he was gonna do something with me. And I looked at
Oh,
him and I said, "Nah, I'm not in the mood." And I walked out. But I was just like, ew. But now like when I think about back on stuff like that, I'm like, that
and
stuff
it's probably a
really.
good thing you did that because somebody else that age would have been like, huh, what? What's that?
But see, there was family and stuff downstairs. So I was just like shocked, like how brazen he was. Like I don't
Mhm.
know what type of stuff he was like watching. But when I look back on it, I was like, that kid was like 8 years old.
Mm-mm-mm. And
My
that, you know
cousin.
what that usually means. You know what that means. That
But
somebody probably done something
to
to
them.
that age. Hmm.
But let's talk about something that we don't talk about. Let's
Hmm.
talk about all the female predators that are out here too. Okay?
Hmm. Yeah.
Because William talked about when he didn't William say when he was like 6 years old, he was actually no, he was like 10, I think. I can't remember what age, but it was young. And he said he was messing around with his mama's best friend. Do you remember him saying that?
Hmm. Yes, and the thing about it with those women, the guys, it's like this. It's sometimes like an achievement for them when they're young and they can attract an older woman. They don't even look at it as it was a horrible thing or they were taken advantage of or so. That's why a lot of times you don't even find out about those things when it
Yeah,
comes
but
to
those
the
dudes
guys.
grow up and they turn out to be very angry men.
Yes, yes, that's
And I
true.
said, this is why he has the anger issues that he has.
Yeah,
Because he was violated as a child.
yeah, yeah.
And that's what they were saying about that Jamarcus dude. Or not Jamarcus, Jarvis, but
Jarvis, butts, yeah.
yeah, they said that a grown woman was sleeping with him when he was 12 years old, got pregnant by him, and was still living in the house with that woman.
Hmm.
So imagine that is, I'm sorry, that's traumatic.
Yep, and I
So
told that story about a week ago. Same
oh, you
similar
did?
story in my family. Yep, same similar story. A guy had got a lady pregnant. She wasn't like really old, but she was 18 and he was 12. And
Yeah.
he got her pregnant, but he didn't know because it was like a one night thing. And later down the line, she was trying to find out who her baby daddy was. She started going through all the people, nobody matched, and then she finally thought about him. She's like, no, he was just come to find out that was his baby. And the mother at the time was like, I should press charges. I should press charges. But then found out that the lady, she was dying of cancer. And so the reason
Yeah.
why she was really looking for her baby's daddy was because she didn't want to leave a baby without a parent. And she died like probably 6 months after she found out who the baby daddy was. So yeah, that was. But the mother wanted to press charges, but she was like, "Shit, she dying. You know what? You know,
You you
it
still
is
press
what it is."
charges.
Yeah,
But my whole thing is with the driver situation, he could very well still be stuck at the age of 12 years old. And that's why
true.
he's attracted to girls that age. You see what I'm saying?
That's
Now,
true.
don't get me wrong, he's still a predator because he should know right from wrong.
Yep.
But that's why he likes those girls because he's still stuck at that age.
And he could also still be like one of those people who get touched around that age. They think like this happens all the time. Like some children do believe like this just happens all the time because it's ingrained in them when it's done. Like, okay, like when it's like guys with little girls. You know, this is how you ever hear the stories of the dads with the daughters? Oh, well, I have to get you prepared. This is what's going to happen. They do that a lot, like over in Africa and different places they do that. They break their daughters in and they figure, well, it's best for us to do it that way when they get with their man they don't have to suffer through the pain and all that kind. Have you ever heard of that? It's really sticky.
That's
But
predatory. That
yeah,
is a nasty excuse.
exactly.
You want to sleep with a child, okay? You
Yep.
want to be the first one to do it.
Yep.
Like some guys are really like obsessed with like virginal women. That's another thing,
That's
you
it.
know?
That's it right there. That's why they usually mess with the little ones, and then once they get so old, or they done whatever they want, they move on to another one.
To another
Once
one,
they
yeah.
grow, get bigger, even the boys, the guys who with the boys or oh, okay, you didn't outgrown. Time to find another little one. Like, remember the story, the real life story that it's a movie about and everything. The little boy who was kidnapped and he would help the man get other little boys, and then finally he found a way to escape. Him and a little boy, and they escaped. I can't remember
No.
which is real story. I can't remember the name of the story or the movie, but it's true story. The boy was kidnapped. He was held for maybe 6, 7 years. And then the man finally wanted somebody new because he was getting older and he wanted another little boy and he helped kidnap him. And then one day when he had his chance, he basically carried him on his back for miles till they found help. Like it's true story. I gotta remember the name of the story. But
Oh, you know what? There's another true story, and I found it on Prime. My homeboy told me about it. And he was talking about this girl. It was a real life sex trafficking story, right? And I think the movie is called Eden. Yeah,
Eden.
Eden.
Okay.
And it's on Prime right now.
Okay.
But pretty much she met this guy at a bar. She wasn't supposed to be there. I think she was like 17. So
Mm-hmm.
she meets this guy at a bar and she thinks he's cute. He's white. This girl's like Asian, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's driving her home and he stops and I think he makes a phone call or something, but somebody rolls up behind them and then she gets snatched, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she is now in this like storage facility. Somebody bought out a whole storage facility, but they're keeping the girls there and they're putting like ankle tags on them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're pretty, and these girls are like 12, 14. Like these are really young girls, right? They're shipping them off to Dubai to do like nasty things with people in Dubai. So they had like a whole facility of these like young girls. And the girl was pretty much talking about how she was about to be older. She was like, they didn't realize she was 17. They thought she was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So when they get too old, they kill them,
Oh.
right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they up and they just kill him. So she got in good with the one of the guys who was like kind of running the place.
Mm-hmm.
And you just gotta watch it. It's good.
Okay, I
I
got
think
this one screenshotted too. I screenshot this one too. Yep.
yeah, it's called Eden. It is very good. And when you find out like it's a whole organization. So he made a comment to one girl because she was working the phones and he had the other girl working them. And he was like, "You want me to ship you to Dubai so you can start effing on donkey dicks again?"
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the stuff they do to those girls, that like this sex trafficking thing is very real. Okay?
Uh-huh. Very real.
So,
I believe it.
yeah, they get them girls, they drug them up, and they do what they do with them. Like, could you imagine, like, you have to service all these men all day every day, get picked, you got to do all of this, you don't get paid for nothing, you in a little facility where they feed you like lunchables and stuff.
Yeah, you
Okay?
barely eat, and they keep
Yeah.
you drugged up. They keep you high.
They drug you up, and then when you age up, they murder you like that. And all these girls are getting like snatched up.
Yeah, see,
They're
that's
just
why
walking
when you
home
think
from
about
school. Yeah,
when you think
it's
about over the
crazy.
years, all the kids, boys and girls, all the kids that got snatched up, never to be seen again. I really believe, like a lot of them might even still be alive. Some
Yeah,
of them could have got, thrown away, but with the industry, the underground industry, some of them probably got so old to where, like you said, they don't need them anymore. They put them out on the street. They strung out on drugs, homeless. It's probably some of them that's still out there. I do believe that, and parents are still looking for them years and years later.
yeah. I was watching the documentary from like the real life girl, and she was like, you know, one thing about them, when they get out of that lifestyle, they start gaining weight and all type of stuff. They're doing whatever they can to not be desirable to
Right,
anybody else anymore. 'Cause,
not be
you know what I
attracted.
mean? So yeah, so she's up there talking. She was like, "You don't understand what I went through. Like, I literally saw a child get sodomized like right in front of me. Like, she
Wow.
was telling the interviewer that, like, no, I've seen some crazy stuff in my life. Okay, so yeah, it's crazy. But I'm about to go head to bed. I enjoyed talking to you though. This was a good little chit
Yeah, this
chat.
was a good show. Well, you're gonna have to maybe on Harlem next time we can watch Harlem. Maybe come to your channel or something, do a review over there. But
Well,
I
no,
love
you
this show
you
and I
you
hate
do the
that
review.
last one.
Yeah, you do the review. I'm sorry that this turned into not Harlem stuff. Sorry
It's
about that, but yeah,
okay.
do the review. I'll come to your channel. I was like, where is the hood table? Like, I'm so used to Charlie being over here. Y'all be up here chopping it up, choreo. I'm like,
Girl,
where is
this is our
everybody?
see. A lot of people know this is my busy season with work from like October to like February, and we usually do 12-hour shifts. Like I literally sometimes when I come live, it's after a 12-hour shift. Like today, I even got to work 12 hours tomorrow and all
Yeah,
next week. So it's like this is our busy time,
yeah, this your
crunch
money making
time.
season.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And it'll go through like February and March, and then we go back to like normal hours. So around this time, every year, I'm always here and there, here and there. But yep.
Well,
So
yeah, come back. I'm actually getting away from doing like beef sector content. It's just not interesting for me
it's
anymore. So
not. It's
I've been doing
not.
like a lot of pre-recorded videos and stuff. I really want to get back into editing, so I'm trying to figure that out. So I just got to educate myself on it, really.
Yeah, get back into that because I mean I still watch, but I don't even watch it that much. I'll be like, oh, they talking about that again. Next, let me find something else.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
but
But
it is what it is.
I'll tell you what is good to see.
Uh huh.
Go over to Jay Wilson's channel. I think the last live he did, he cussed that Simon boy out.
I heard.
It
Hey,
was
the real
the
K Fit and Max. What's up, y'all?
Max Boogie. It was the funniest thing. It was the fun. Like, let me tell you something. He was like, "Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch. Hey, I'm Flo the
Jay
Red.
Wilson.
Hey, let me see if I could play the voice note. Let me see if you can hear it, okay? Hold on. Hold on. I got a voice note. Tell me if you can hear this, okay?
Okay. Hey, the real K Fit. What up, Max Boogie Oogie Oogie? Oh Lord, Lord. Ooh, I heard Jay Wilson was over there cussing somebody out. Mm-mm. Jay Wilson be having people clutch their pearls. But yeah, we was just about to get out of here, you guys. Who's coming in now? We done been all over the
Wait,
map.
did you hear that?
Uh-uh.
Oh
Which video was it?
no. It was the last, just I think it was the last one. You know,
Hold
Jay
up.
Wilson do like 3 videos a day. It was one of the
Yes,
ones from
I know.
today. It was from
Okay,
early
and
this
why you
morning.
live right now, girl?
That Jay Wilson say, "I'm Florida Red. You know, I cut you, bitch." That's what he said.
Hold up. He's live now, so it got to be the one before that, right?
Probably, but yeah, check it out. All right, I'm out of
I
here.
am.
You have a
All
good
right,
night. All
boo.
right,
Okay, you
all
too.
right.
All right. All right, y'all. We out of here. Thanks to everyone that tuned in. Y'all know how we be sometime over here. We start on one topic and then be all over the map. But I do appreciate Seven for stopping up here, well, jumping up here and discussing the TV show that we was reviewing, which was Harlem. Season 3 has started. They say this is the last season. I really hope it's not the last season, but they say this is the last season of Harlem on Prime TV on Amazon Prime. But yeah, so we discussed season 3, episode 1 and 2. And then after that, we start talking about different TV shows, different actors. Then we start talking about some of the hot cases that are being discussed right now nationwide, and including the one with oh god, what I just had her name at the top of my tongue. Is it Naisha, the little girl from Detroit? And then we started talking about some things that happened. Naziah. I said Naisha. Sorry, I didn't mean to mess up her name. But Naziah, put some respect on her name, Naziah Harris. But yeah, then I started talking about a case that happened here years ago. But yeah, we've been all over the place tonight. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll be back. The next episode is on the 30th of Harlem. Season 3, episode 3 comes on the 30th. So I'll probably do the review like maybe the day after or something like that to give people a chance to watch it. But other than that, you guys, please make sure you like and share the video if you haven't already. If you come in late to watch the replay gang, shout out to the replay gang. But please make sure you like the video as well. And if you want to donate to the commentary, it's $ the hood table 402 on Cash App. But other than that, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out.